Hey guys, StanBlueLeague7 here, and today gonna talk a bit about league play. So it's been in the game for a little over a week now. I didn't want to make a video right away because just general impressions, right? First impressions, like my thoughts have definitely changed a bit over the course of about a week and a half. So I thought it was better just to wait. And now that it's been a couple, I guess I don't know what you want to call them, seasons, in-game seasons, runs. I don't know. I don't know what you want to call them because they're like 3 days long. So it's like that's just calling something that's 3 days long is kind of weird to like call it a season, but I don't know what else to say. So now that we've been through a few in-game seasons for league play, I guess now I thought I could actually share my, I don't want to say like final thoughts because they'll still evolve it. I'm sure there's still some big changes. They've already made some big changes over the first 10 days or so, and I'm sure there's more to come, so not really like final thoughts, but this is this video would be a good reference point, I think, for at least a while on league play and thoughts on it. So where do we start? The ranking system is probably a good place to start. I think my biggest issue with the ranks is that one, the way that they list it out is kind of confusing. So like the way they have it on the rules screen or whichever screen explains it, it lists competitor as the bottom 50% of players, and it lists the other four divisions as their own percentages within the top 50%, which is just like kind of needlessly confusing, I think. Instead of like grouping it and saying like, oh, this is the top 40% of the top 50, or like whatever, just say like, oh, this is the top, this is like 50 to 30%, this is like 30 to 15, and whatever. It's just like, I don't know. It's just I feel like the way that they list it out is just like needlessly confusing. It just would be much easier to say like, hey, if you're in competitor, you're between like the top, or I guess you could say like the bottom right, like the very bottom. Like 100 to like 50%, and then the next, whichever one it is, like advanced or whatever, is like 50 to 35, and then like 35 to 20, 20 to 5 to 0 is master, whatever it is. That's not exactly what it is. I'm just using numbers as an example here, but I just feel like that would be easier, just like going from 0 to 100 and just showing it, instead of just making it needlessly confusing. I don't know. It'd just be easier. It'd just be easier to understand. You don't have to do any extra math. You could just look at it and be like, oh, okay, that's what it is. Instead of having to be like, oh, okay, wait, this is the top 50%, so I have to like figure that out. Yeah, just purposefully, needlessly confusing. I think just 0 to 100, just easier, right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why it's not. So my other thing with it is that I think the fact that competitor is supposedly 50% of the player base, and that is just like one skill bracket is kind of dumb. I don't think grouping literally half of the player base into one skill bracket is good. I don't think it's good. I don't think it makes sense. That's just silly. That's just really silly. I know what it is. It's the new age. Right, the new age gaming, the new age Call of Duty, where they don't want anybody's feelings to be hurt, and they got to make that bottom division as large as possible to make people feel a little bit, not as bad about being in it. But fuck that. Make bronze like the bottom 10, make silver like the next 10 up or whatever. Fuck that. If people are gonna get their feelings hurt over that, they shouldn't be playing a ranked playlist in the first place. They should go play fucking Minecraft or whatever the fuck they want to play that makes them feel good. You know what I mean? Like if you're playing a game with a ranked ladder, we're gonna be going up against other people, and you're gonna be competing for ranks, and you're gonna be you're gonna be ranked against each other. People are going to be ranked better than you. People are gonna be ranked worse than you. Then you should be mentally prepared for that, and if you're not, then that's tough. You know what I mean? Like whatever, just go play pubs. Go play pubs. Like go play whatever makes you happy. It's like I don't know. I feel like that's probably what it is. I feel like that's probably what it is it's probably this new age bullshit where they just have to fucking pamper everybody, and they just have to fucking hold your hands the entire way. And when I would rather just see them be honest. Like let's get some more specific rankings here. Like hell, even the fact that like even like how big the percentage is with the skill group like before master. I want to say the one before master is still really big too. Like it's like 14% of top 14 or something like that. I don't know. It's something like that. Like 14 to 1 or whatever. Whatever it is, it's still like very large too. So not just at the bottom, but at the top too. I feel like the skill ratings could be a little more accurate, and hell, maybe even master could be too. Or just like maybe their rankings just aren't working properly or something, because like some of the people, I don't know if anybody else, watching this, anybody else that's ranked in Masters. I've been ranked at Masters the last 2 times after they apparently fixed the bug that was ranking people wrong, because the first season I got ranked in competitor, which, I mean, it just isn't the case. But ever since they fixed that, I've been in Masters, and some of the people, am I crazy? Like, people don't deserve their ranking. Like, I know it can sometimes be hard to say, like, if people just have an off game, but like some of the people that I'm matching against, just, it doesn't seem like they're having an off game. It just doesn't feel like they're in the rank they should be. Like my friend, I'm gonna roast him. My friend Justin in the lobby with me, he got ranked not elite, but the one before it, so not advanced. I want to say expert. He got ranked expert. And I don't think he should be ranked expert. I think he should probably be advanced or competitor. And that's like me being nice. That's me being nice. I think he should be advanced. Honestly, he should probably be competitor, but I'll give him advanced. I don't know how the hell he's ranked expert. He probably shouldn't. But the game thinks he should. I don't know. Maybe he's better than I give him credit for. Maybe he's better than I give him credit for. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe the player base. I mean, this is a very real possibility too. Maybe the general player base is just that bad. I mean, I don't get to play against the general player base with skill-based matchmaking anymore, so how the fuck would I know, right? Maybe he does deserve his ranking. But yeah, I don't know. Like, the way the ranking system works, something still seems to be off with it, where people are just not getting put in the divisions that they should. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully they can iron it out, because when you do get good games, when you do get like a well-balanced lobby and you get competitive games, it can be fun. And that's the whole point of a ranked playlist, right? You want to like get people in competitive games. And my problem with like my first experience, the reason why I didn't make a video on it immediately, is because my placement games were just matched terribly. Which, can happen, right? When the system's new and when everybody's getting their ranks, that can happen, to be fair. But yeah, the matchmaking was just absolutely awful. And the entire like first set of days, it was just terrible, and it was just not worth playing. But the last couple of times, it hasn't been too bad, and I've actually gotten some competitive matches. This one here isn't a competitive one. This was one of the more lopsided ones. But we did have a good couple competitive games, or more than a couple. I'd say a good chunk of our games have been pretty competitive and pretty well balanced, so that's nice to see. Another thing too is just like solo queuing sucks, which everybody knows that, right? Rank system solo queuing sucks, but it just feels especially bad to me in here. Like the solo queue experience, like when I'm solo queuing, I feel like the lopsided matches occur more often. At least it feels like that. But when I party with at least one other person, it seems to fix things. Like when I at least have one other person in the party, it seems to match make a little bit better, which is weird because I feel like I have the opposite experience in public matches in Cold War, where in public matches I at this point I genuinely feel like my solo lobbies feel more balanced than like when I play in a party. But League play seems to be the opposite, which is weird. I don't know. I don't fucking know. With the matchmaking systems that they have in this game, everybody's just gonna have different experiences. It's really hard to say, right? But yeah, just very odd on that front. So, I mean, we're running out of time in this video, but one last thing, just before we end, I'll probably have to make another video. We've, rambled a bit in this one and gotten through a bunch of things, but, remove overkill. Let's just remove overkill. I can, explain it in more depth, but that's one thing they need to fucking do. They just need to get rid of overkill. Overkill needs to be gone. But yeah, so, just to wrap this up, because I'll probably have to make another one. Just general impressions. I would give League play like a 6 or a 7 out of 10 right now. It's not terrible, but it's not what I wanted it to be. When it works and when you get the matches that you should be getting, it is quite fun. Because I think that Cold War 4v4 with the right settings is pretty fun. But it just doesn't happen as often as it should, and I think it has to do with the ranking system not working properly and people just not getting put in the ranks that they should be getting put in. So yeah, like a 6 or a 7, that's where I'd put it. We'll talk about it more in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next time.